Steeler Nation, welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. Or welcome back to the other 31 teams, including the Chiefs and the Eagles as well. Look, my last few videos have been talking about the boycott that I'm participating in. A lot of people around the NFL are doing as well. They're boycotting the Chiefs versus Eagles game. But in this video, I'm catching up. I've been really busy over the last few days. I just went out with my mate and all our other mates. Went out suit shopping because we're part of a bridal party. It was a really fun day. Had some lunch, had some good banter, some good times. I'm just getting back from that. Had to work over the weekend. Was really busy as my camera goes off for freaking no reason. So things are moving around. But also in the NFL world too, there's some news I want to talk about, and that includes Justin Tucker. That includes a possible NFL match in Australia. And I want to talk also a little bit about Curry, Aaron Curry. He's apparently got a Jets job, and Russell Wilson wants to be a part of the team. So thank you to all the people who have been checking in with comments. I think I received over 1,500 comments over the last few days. Some are good, some are bad, some are negative, some are positive, but that's the comment base. That's how it is. And the channel has grown. We've now reached 3,000 subscribers on this channel, which is insane. So, yeah, that was my take the last few days on the boycotting of the Chiefs versus Eagles. I won't be watching it. I'll be having time off. I'll be doing something else. I don't know. I'll go and watch a movie. I'll go and watch paint dry. I'll go, watch the grass grow. I'll go look into the ocean. I'll do anything but watching Chiefs versus Eagles because I just can't. I don't want to watch it. I wouldn't mind seeing the Philadelphia Eagles win with Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, with Barkley, and my camera goes off again. But in saying that, I'm just not keen to watch the Chiefs get flags and do that kind of stuff. So in this video, by the way, it could go for 12, 10, 15 minutes, whatever it may be. But the first thing I want to talk about is apparently, according to the Herald Sun, which is one of our newspapers over here, in 2026, this is JPA Football, they announced it and then I looked it up. And it's via the Herald Sun. In 2026, the Eagles/Rams will play in the NFL its first ever game in Australia in 2026, according to the Herald Sun. Now, I'm pretty sure, I think it's a first ever regular season game. I think back in the day in Australia, when I was younger, the Jets and Broncos came over here for a preseason game. This is the very first regular season game as the NFL is trying to expand into international audiences, go into Brazil, Germany. I think this year as well, the Steelers are going to be playing in Ireland as well. I wouldn't mind if I can get tickets to the game or try and organize a flight and a bit of a holiday to go to Ireland to watch the Steelers play. I think it'd be fantastic going back to their roots in 2025. But yeah, the Herald Sun, was one of our local papers, has said Melbourne is set to host a blockbuster NFL match at the MCG. That's down in Melbourne, Melbourne Cricket Ground, one of the biggest stadiums in Australia. So that's going to happen, featuring the Eagles and Rams as the rumors. Rumors are pretty hot right now. Now, in the past, I will say, oh my goodness, this is a terrible episode. In the past, I will say this: I wasn't a huge fan. I think there are some negatives by bringing the game to Australia. Wasn't a huge fan of going to watch American football in Australia, but if I get the chance, I will try to. I will try and fly down to Melbourne and be a part of the festivities as my camera's playing up. I'll try and be a part of the festivities as I can in 2026. Probably be September, October. Won't be when it's really hot. It'll be during our spring, so it's cooler. I don't know what's going to happen in terms of, do they play at my 1 p.m. or 3 p.m. in the afternoon, so it's your morning? Things like that would be the very first game. So the reason why I said I've been offered, because the negatives are you'll have to fly. It'd have to be the first week. It would have to be week 1 or something, because you'd have to fly a few days in advance. Then when you fly from America, Philadelphia is flying from Philly to Dallas to Sydney, or Dallas to Melbourne. It's about 17 hours, and plus you're losing a day. So if you leave Friday, you have no Saturday and you arrive Sunday. Or if you leave Thursday or Wednesday, you have no Friday and you arrive Saturday. So it's going to be kind of crazy from a logistical standpoint. The college have tried it a few times. It hasn't really worked. but the NFL doesn't really care, and Roger Goodell doesn't care. They're trying to grow the brand as big as possible, and this stadium could fill out like 60,000 fans. Now, in saying that too, the reason why I was off it was I'm a huge NFL fan. I know everything about the game. People tell me that I don't, but I've been following for 24 years or 23 years. But you will get people in this game saying, "What's a first down? Why are they punting it? When do we get the ball?" You know, that's when I go to Super Bowl parties, where I've been in the past. You go to pubs. A lot of Australians just don't understand the game. They don't have the time or the effort to check into it and figure out what's going on. So you'll be surrounded by a lot of people saying, "What's a first down? What's a fourth down?" So that's some big news there for Australia getting this, because the Philadelphia Eagles are the host team and the Rams are the host team as well. So they have a matchup in 2026, probably week 1. I think if they did something, it'd be week 1. Okay, bit of a switch up from that. Bit of a switch up. In the news also, we have this bloke here. The number of Justin Tucker accusers has now increased from 6 to 10. And 6 of them have retained counsel in Baltimore. So this is a huge story going around the NFL. And I don't want to stay here too long. As everyone knows, you shouldn't be doing these things against women or men. Nobody's saying it's a good thing, right? It's not. Oh, my camera is so stupid. I'll play this. So no one's saying it's a good thing, but I think Justin Tucker is in a lot of trouble. In a lot of trouble. He's now got 10 accusers that if he did it or didn't do it, same thing like Deshaun Watson, he's pretty much tarnished his legacy. His legacy as one of the best kickers in the NFL, one of the future Hall of Fame kicker for the Ravens is now done, dusted. 10 accusers coming out. We've got to find out what happens on the legal side. But as like a fan perspective, this guy's done. Unfortunately, Tucker, you know what? I don't know if you did it or didn't do it, and nobody should be doing these things. It's complete BS in that sense. And, you know, keep your hands to yourselves, all those kind of things. But Tucker, his legacy is now done. His legacy's done. Alrighty, to finish up the episode, I want to talk about a few things about the coaching staff of the Steelers. So we have inside linebackers coach Aaron Curry is apparently heading to New York Jets as a linebackers coach per the rap sheet. He spent the last 2 years with the Steelers, and this is the first departure from this year's coaching staff. Now, Mike Tomlin and the Rooneys have talked about change and moving things around. I did not expect this. Same thing with Carl Dunbar, defensive line coach. We don't know if he's coming back just yet. Steelers news has been very quiet. Maybe that's why I've been jumping into other different parts of the NFL or boycotting and having my opinion on whatever, right? But Steelers news right now is very, very quiet. So I wish him all luck out there with the Jets. Aaron Curry, of course, was a linebacker for the Seattle Seahawks back in the day, or a few years ago, right? Not back in the day. He's not that old. Back a few years ago. So 2 years with the Steelers in his first departure, and the Steelers now probably got to go find another inside linebackers coach to fill his place. Of course, too, like we had Queen come over, you had Roberts there. I think Roberts will be quite impactful again if he's on I think he's on a 1-year contract, or if he's not, please sign him again to be one of the guys being very physical. We don't know if Cole Holcomb's going to come back from his injury. He was just non-existent yet last year with the injury. So that's intriguing. I thought Mike Robinson did pretty well on teams too, causing 2 forced fumbles. But yeah, the news out of Steelers right now, the biggest move so far was moving on from Aaron Curry. So I wish him all the best. This is now one of Mike Tomlin's, I guess, is Mike Tomlin's coaching tree. I know people still want to fire Mike Tomlin, even though we don't have any choice for it. But this is part of his coaching tree. If you want to, I don't really care about the coaching tree. I just want this team to win. I want this team to win. Now, lastly, I want to talk about Wilson. I think he's been talking to people at the Pro Bowl, and Russell Wilson asked about the possibility of reuniting with Pete Carroll in Las Vegas. There's been a lot of rumors around Pete Carroll picking up Russell Wilson to get back together, you know, try and win another Super Bowl like they did with the Seahawks, not the one they passed away, or the one they should have ran the ball with Lynch. Wilson said here, Pete's going to be a great coach, but I'm focused on the Steelers. And I think now a lot of Steeler fans are getting a bit nervous, getting a little nervous, because we see Russell Wilson, of course, wearing the Steelers uniform. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be streaming the flag football game. I don't know why, but I feel like I've got to stream something, and I'm not doing the Super Bowl. So this will be one of my last football games I stream, unless I go into the UFL, which we'll talk about, you know, in the future, and maybe the direction of the channel. Recently, the direction of the channel, I've been talking a lot about NFL and Steelers. So if people like that, because I have a lot of other NFL viewers who, follow my content, who have subscribed from the boycott video, let me know in the comments below if you want me to cover NFL or big news or stuff like that. But that's why I wanted to talk about the Ravens thing, because that's super huge news. Now the Ravens don't have a kicker. They're probably not going to they probably won't bring back Tucker. And now he's hurt his Hall of Fame, legacy. And then on the other side, with the Steelers news, we don't have an inside linebackers coach. Aaron Curry has moved on to the New York Jets, and the Steelers got to go and find another replacement. At the same time, I'm not saying that he was the greatest thing, one of the coaches, but maybe sometime, I don't know. I feel like you kind of wish you want to keep these coaches and build them around and not just let them walk away and be, you wish him luck, but you don't want him to be so successful with the Jets and then we don't have that same success here. So hopefully they find a good inside linebackers coach. But going back to Wilson, in terms of Pete's going to be a great coach, but he's now focused on the Steelers, right? Steelers fans are like, we want Justin Fields. We want a drafty. We want to go and get, I don't know, not Aaron Rodgers. We want to go and get another free agent signing to come in. And people have been talking about Matthew Stafford as the Steelers quarterback, which I think would be quite crazy. My vision right now, as the Steelers aren't really doing much. Nothing much is really happening besides getting rid of Aaron Curry, the coach. Nothing's really changed. You've had Mike Tomlin at a press conference. You've had Rooney had a few press conferences and didn't really say too much. My theory is now, there could be a chance they run it back with Wilson, go into that year 2 with Arthur Smith. Maybe you build around the O-line. You've got Broderick Jones might go left tackle. You've got Troy Fautanu playing right tackle. Zach Frazier in the middle. Do you bring back Isaac Seumalo? Do you have Mason McCormick at right guard? Do you go into the draft and get some offensive line help? The Steelers were at the Senior Bowl, I think, the other day, looking and hovering around D-line prospects. Is that somewhere where you go? It's kind of interesting right now. But I think for a lot of Steelers fans, he says he's focused on the Steelers, but Russell Wilson is not a Pittsburgh Steeler. He's a free agent. He can go anywhere he wants. So will the Steelers reach out him to a contract, to a 2-year, 3-year deal, and we ride Russell Wilson into his retirement and see what happens building around the O-line? Or do they go a fresh face that is Justin Fields and build around that quarterback? We have no idea. Anyways, guys, I'll see a lot of you guys tomorrow for the flag football. It's my 7 a.m. I'm going to wake up. We're going to watch it and have a bit of fun, a bit of a laugh. Hopefully we don't cry. I'm not going to watch the Super Bowl. People are still doing boycotts and this kind of stuff. So I appreciate everyone who checks this channel out and continues to grow it. 3,024 subs, right? It's a huge accomplishment getting to 3,000. Next one, 4,000, 5,000, 6. And we're going to keep working hard. But it's all for you guys out there that watch, listen, cheer. And if you support other teams like the Bills, the Eagles, the Chiefs, Bengals, Bungles, whoever, we're still talking football, right? In my comment section, some people get out of line, and all I do is I block you, and you have no idea that I've done it. You have no idea. People still comment, and you can see your comments, but you have no idea I blocked you because people get out of hand. But other than that, it's a good time. It's a good community. I think we're doing really well on YouTube, having a laugh, having a good time, and we're talking football, right? We're talking football. So thank you, guys. Bit of a summarization. The NFL is going to Australia in 2026 with the Rams versus Eagles. Justin Tucker is in a bit of trouble. Aaron Curry's going to the Jets, Jets, Jets. And Russell Wilson is focused on the Steelers, maybe talking about returning. And yet again, my camera went off. So I'll see you guys later on. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon for the flag football, AFC versus NFC.